Life sometimes takes unexpected turns that change everything.
But it's often up to us to decide how we deal with it. News 13's Russ Bowen takes us on a journey with a former News 13 employee as he shares with us Deborah's story.
Reporters. We are there, so you feel like you are too.
All these water jugs will probably be empty by tomorrow afternoon.
Truth seekers.
News 13 arranged the phone call for her.
Storytellers.
You could pretty much find one on every corner. The evangelist says if he's ever reduced to begging for it, minute after minute, he'll quit.
Often with unprecedented access.
That's what he would judge me on.
She elicited responses from Reverend Graham that I had never seen in print or in any kind of other coverage of his work.
She is Deborah Sluter.
News 13's Deborah Furr is
Deborah Furr, as you may remember her from the 80s.
Deborah, how much of a gap are we talking about?
She started here working for the general manager, writing editorials. She wanted to be a reporter, so she worked her way into the newsroom. She wanted to be an anchor, so she worked her way into becoming a weekend anchor.
A drive that made her successful.
But as being an urban woman,
Essential, not to continue on as a reporter, but to continue on, period.
No, you're doing fine.
I mean, I'm very lucky in that I didn't have any walking problems for a long, long time.
There were brief episodes, years apart.
Every time I had some little something, I would somehow think maybe this is MS, but in all honesty, I didn't want to believe that.
The diagnosis was multiple sclerosis.
So this is the brace here.
Deborah was used to telling the story, not being the story. She was used to writing the script, not being handed the script that would dictate her life.
I'd be like, oh, I was skydiving and had this accident.
Yeah.
But just as she took control as a reporter,
So you can make stuff up.
she would write this chapter too.
I really appreciate all your time.
Not fate, but Deborah's attitude would prove most powerful.
Nice to meet you too. I mean, you know, you just have to be glad for the hand you're dealt, and it could have been worse.
A reporter's day always starts around a table.
Everybody needs people.
Exchanging ideas that send you off to the day's challenge. The table still exists in Deborah's life, the challenge too.
I tried to commit suicide.
A support group helps.
It's a chance for a social engagement.
So do the medical advancements.
All those things slow it down.
A person who lives such a public life could retreat into privacy, but Deborah sees power in being open, honest, and very public.
Yeah, when you go out with, especially with a walker, people don't talk to you. They look the other way. And you know, it's just not the worst thing in the world.
There's a bright spark in Deborah that's nothing's going to cloud. And I mean nothing. That is just something that everybody knows about Deb. She will always have a smile on her face for you, regardless of how she feels.
It's the spirit of not giving up that gets the best reporters and just everyday folk through.
It's probably the best painting I've ever done. You just have to think positive and think you can handle this.
And in the case of what this is, being positive,
you can have fun and you can enjoy life.
Is likely the best end of the story.
And that's, to me, what it's all about.
And that's always been Deborah's outlook. Enjoying life, being positive.
Right, and you said you didn't realize that she painted.
No, I didn't realize she painted until now, and we've been friends for 3 decades.
She's keeping just a little secret from you, isn't she?